Welcome to the Daily for Monday, August 26th with Simon Borg. I'm Jason Saghini. Simon, of course, in his Sounders green after the big victory last night over the Portland Timbers. 67,000 people. This is the second biggest standalone crowd in MLS history, biggest crowd since 1996. And Simon, the 1-0 result going in Seattle's favor maybe doesn't tell the story of the match because Portland really took it to them in the first half. Diego Valeri looked like he was headed to be the man of the match, hit the crossbar, had a great pass to Spring Ryan Johnson. Spurning came up big, kept the Sounders in it. Second half, Mauro Rosales comes in and really makes a difference.
And that connection he has with Eddie Johnson paying dividends on the game-winning goal. The set piece coming in, Eddie Johnson rising high and knocking it into the back of the net. But you have to wonder, what is Darlington Nagbe doing, marking Eddie Johnson in that spot? I think it's a mismatch if I've ever seen one. I know Nagbe's quick, but he can't keep up with Eddie Johnson's area ability there. So I think there must have been some wires crossed. But look, when the game was even, I thought Portland was the better team.
All right, well, this was also the Clint Dempsey debut at home in front of the home fans. And Simon, it was a little bit overshadowed, by his buddy Eddie Johnson, but also by all the stuff off the ball. Plenty to talk about coming from this game, and not much of it really around Dempsey.
Look, Dempsey was targeted in this game by the Timbers a little bit. You know, there were some hard fouls on him, especially by Pa Moduka. But I think Dempsey had his flashes. I think this is the kind of game you expect from him. He's going to touch the ball every now and then, do something creative, and you have to wait for those moments. I thought he was hacked in the box. I thought there should have been a penalty kick on him, but not too much going on. Look, it's his first game up top with Eddie Johnson. I think there's a lot to get used to still with the Sounders team. He needs a few more games.
All right, well, our own Corey Gibbs is going to break down the decisive moment from this match on Friday's Fast and Fluid presented by Windows. So don't forget to check that out on MLSsoccer.com or, of course, on the new Windows app. With all due respect to Chivas USA and Cubo Torres, who got a big victory at home against the New York Red Bulls, when you look at these Sunday results, you got to think Eastern Conference playoff picture. The New York Red Bulls losing on the road to Chivas USA, and then the New England Revolution really smacking the Philadelphia Union upside the head with a 5-1 victory at home, Simon. So how will you look at the playoff picture now in the Eastern Conference given this weekend's results?
You have two big winners this weekend, Jason. I think the New England Revolution, top of the list. And look, I'll continue to say it. For me, the New England Revolution, the most entertaining team in Major League Soccer. With the guys they can put on the field, Jason, they're so special.
I like them too. I just feel like you'd get some argument from Portland, maybe Seattle, Real Salt Lake fans.
And they have fun styles to watch, Real Salt Lake and Portland do. But I think in terms of players on the field at the same time, it's just fun stuff from New England. Juan Agudelo and Diego Fagundes together. You see there's a partnership brewing there. They find each other on the field. But the key is the Revs have to keep Agudelo through the end of the season. When this European transfer window closes, he's going to have to wait till January to go to Stoke, I think, for the Revs to be successful. And then Montreal Impact, the other big winner, they're at the top of the East. 2 games in hand on most teams, and a lot of people really down on the Montreal Impact over the last several weeks, saying they're old, they're slow, they're not going to be good enough. They faded. Well, I think they were conserving their energies a little bit. Now they're revving it up again, especially if Marco Di Vaio's on his game, the best finisher in MLS in the box.
Well, the Montreal Impact, of course, with a huge victory over the Houston Dynamo this week. And remember, though, Champions League games going to start to congest their schedule a little bit. I have to ask you this, going back to New England, though. If they're able to hold on to Juan Agudelo, and the rumors were he might be going to Stoke a little bit early, if they're able to hold on to them, is New England a playoff team?
No doubt in my mind, Jason. I think Agudelo is the best finisher they have. I think they need to keep him. He stretches defenses. And if he's not there, who's scoring the goals for them? I don't see really who on the bench, given Jerry Bengston's current situation. Who scores the goals if he's not there?
All right, stay tuned to MLSsoccer.com, of course, to follow the Eastern Conference playoff race. Well, with all the stories going on out of the weekend, try to sum up a couple more of them. Plenty of great goals. That's first thing. You can vote for them on the AT&T Goal of the Week today. Simon, what's your top goal of the weekend?
It's Landon Donovan's game winner against the Vancouver Whitecaps. That's more difficult a shot than he made it look like. Left-footed shot, laser beam into the top left corner. There was no curve on that one. That was straight up.
Well, I'm going to go with Kellen Rowe's second goal. Phenomenal shot, curling away from the goalkeeper. How about saves, Simon, speaking of goalkeepers?
I'm jumping on the Jaime Pinedo bandwagon. That great save against Jordan Harvey. People are calling it save of the year. I don't think they're really off on this. And what makes it great is that he dives for the ball that hits the post, so he's out of position and then scrambles to stop the shot by Harvey. That was difficult.
All right, in any other week, Dan Kennedy wins Save of the Week for his phenomenal stop on Fabian Espindola, but I think you might be right here as far as Pineda goes. And of course, we had goals, we had saves. What else do we need? Controversy. There was plenty of that, whether it be San Jose fans upset about Blas Perez diving, Philadelphia fans upset about the goal being called back. What's first thing on your mind as you get ready for instant replay?
Well, we'll slow the Blas Perez one down to see if there was enough contact to warrant that fall by Blas Perez. But to me, I'm going to look back at the Pa Moduka knee leg into the head of Eddie Johnson. Was it incidental? Was it on purpose? We'll take another look.
He was on a yellow card already. That could have changed the game even more. But Seattle did get the victory there. That's all we have for the daily today. Plenty more tomorrow. Stay tuned to MLSsoccer.com to follow all of these stories.